Hi Taurus and Taurus Rising. This is Kimberly Knox, KK, your astrologer for your December forecast, general forecast, and this is for all Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. Make sure you look at your rising sign though, because the rising sign denotes the mathematical part of astrology. That's what it is. It's a dynamic quantum physics type of energy, and you know, knowing your natal chart is very important, because even if your rising sign is Sag like mine, you've got overlap in some of the areas, so timing gets, you know, you can have some overlap in timing. It's just very, very fun. But so these are general readings. Remember, if they're not resonating completely, at least look at your rising sign, and then if you are ready to look at your own chart, I am available. You can reach out to me and we can do a coaching session, particularly for you to achieve your goals. This month is all about cash flow, Taurus, and that's huge for you. This is big stuff, and very important for you because you've got your 8th house activated by Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the time of the year that we all have the opportunity to be infused with more optimism, be fused with this, you know, just positive mindset, so that we can bring more renewed energy around our determination to go forward with, you know, just a light and looking forward to the future and what we're digging and creating here. The time of Scorpio just left. That was your 7th house of partnerships and things. So generally partnership issues come to the forefront, things that we need to leave behind, things that we're committing to, and that's the whole Scorpio thing. Scorpio is about uniting, bringing together two forces so you can bring forth more with together than you can as one. So that's this whole thing about merging together, but it's also about deep commitments that you're making to go forward in new ways. All of us. Now, your ruler Venus has just met with Pluto last week, the day after Thanksgiving, so you were feeling it, of course, around Thanksgiving time. This is a time for you to look into your relationships, look into your desires, love, money, all this stuff, where you're putting your energy, what you see for yourself that you're committing to in a deep level. that is the Pluto Scorpio type of energy. And we've got another holiday that's going to be infused with Venus, which is your ruler. Your ruler, Venus, is currently in the sign of Capricorn. So what it's saying is that you're building for the future. Now, Venus went into Capricorn in retrograde motion back at the beginning of December 2014. This is teaching us all a lesson about committing to relationships that have more substance and creating something, because Venus is what we want. And it's beauty, it's money, yes, but it's what we desire, what we want, what we attract to us through vibration. So it is saying we want something that's going to last, that's going to stand the test of time, that is not related to superficial type of beauty, which we can get trapped in, but really knowing what you want to go forward to. Taurus likes to keep things the same, hold on to things, so of course you want to build for the long term. And that is what the mindset is about. Capricorn is also about business-like. It's creating, you know, our business goals, being responsible and dedicated and determined. So this Venus is going to stay in Capricorn through December the 7th, and then it's moving into Aquarius, opening up your house. This is a sector of your chart in the center, the top here, that represents who you are. You're seen by the world. So your career zone is going to be affected. Getting out there, where you're meeting people. You could meet someone at work romantically, or just, you know, through your career, get goodies, get benefits from others. And because wherever Venus is, the sweets show up. This is where the goodies are in our life. So things are happening more easily. Venus in Aquarius also is detached, it's more humanistic, it's reaching out to friends, it's more widespread kind of love. It's, you know, bring it out to the masses kind of feeling. So it's reaching out to more friends and groups and getting connected in a bigger kind of way, humanitarian type of way. So that's what's going on with your ruler. Make sure you have your planner out so you can note down some power days. So this month's new moon here, Sagittarius, in your 8th house. So what's being activated by the full moon and the new moon are your money houses. Now money, you rule money. You are the 2nd house, Taurus. You and Scorpio are the money signs. Scorpio is deep investments and Taurus is flat out value that goes out and makes money. They know their worth. They want to get paid for what they're worth. That is the energy of Taurus. So you in your 8th house, this is about investments, looking at your investments, where your investments are going, where you've purchasing mortgages. This is all the money that your credit cards, everything like this, taking a look at that. Does it need to be restructured in any kind of way? This is also joint money that you have with a partner, money that you share with through divorce settlements, money that you have together with another person. Does that need to be reviewed at this time? Is it expanding? Is it, what type of issues are going on there? The full moon is coming up December the 13th. Full moon is going to be in the 2nd house. So whatever seeds that you planted around new cash flow back in the time of the Gemini new moon, now you're getting the results of that. So you're seeing the results of your efforts there. Spotlight is shining over there. It's going to show you how well you've done because we get the results at the full moon. We have to release something. Something's released. Something is shown to be full bloom. So you will be looking at your finances around, especially after the December 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, that time frame. It should be even stronger because on December the 10th, it's the same day. The moon is in Taurus. Moon's in Taurus. We're always thinking about what means the most to us, what we need to take care of, what we care about most. It's the most sensual sign for moon to be in. It's great for going out to dinners and enjoying the finer things in life, but it also has you focusing on your cash, your money. And so these will be big times for you. December the 10th, for everybody, Sun and Saturn come together. Your Sun and Saturn are coming together in the 8th house. 8th house, again, this is in Sagittarius. This is where Saturn is. Saturn has been in your 8th house saying, okay, Taurus, get things in order here. You're taking responsibility. You may be taking on more mortgages, more complex things regarding your finances. You need to pay off credit cards, be responsible with your money. You may need to hire bookkeepers, hire accountants, change up your financial planning, any of this stuff. That's what the 8th house is about. That's what Saturn has said that you need to be responsible for. If you're being responsible, by the time Saturn gets out of there in the end of 2018, then you are going to be sitting pretty because it's going to reward you with the energy and the efforts. But we're under the notion right now where you actually need to downsize. You need to get by with less, just to trim things up, because too many people were living way above their means, and there was in for a rude awakening ways past. So now it's about really being responsible with your funding, and honestly being grateful for what you have, and that's the whole thing with Venus. If you don't have good self-esteem, you literally try to feed your self-esteem, feed yourself more sex, more love, more clothing, more cars, more things and stuff. And that doesn't ever replace the Venus that's inside of us. So once we build that up inside and feel more grateful and more satisfied, then honestly more stuff will come to us just naturally. But it's about being full already. So the love that you steal is the love that never stays kind of thing, or the stuff that you just keep putting around you, that it's gonna go away. You need to build love from within. It's always an inside job. So reaching out to your strengths. What are your strengths? What are you good at? What are you grateful for? Concentrating on those. I do a whole thing on relationships, getting people ready to date again. And that is one of the most important things, is to go back to what is holding you back. What is holding you back from love? How are you feeling about yourself? How is your sense of self-esteem? And getting into that. Taurus rules all that. You know your value, and you're brilliant at wanting to get paid for your efforts. So this month is all about the money aspects. 8th house is also the sexual house too, so that's wonderful. So if all your finances are in line, and you know, there's never a wrong time to gain more intimacy with your partner. Important, very important. So gain some really great intimate times, and the days when Saturn will be making really nice aspects, those would be really nice times. Like December 24th, we've got Saturn trining Uranus. That's really a really nice time. And I thought there was another really great Saturn day. Well, if I come across it, I'll let you know. But definitely around the holidays, it's going to be a beautiful time. The 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, because Venus is kind of off the charts on December 25th, which is Christmas Day and Hanukkah blended together. How fabulous. I'm not sure if this is good or bad for retail, if it's better if they're together or not, but you've got Venus trine Jupiter. That's expansive and lovely, and just all about romance and beauty. And Venus in aspect to Uranus is about fun and excitement. And then Venus in aspect to Saturn is about stability, long-term stability, and long-term love, like loyalty type, dedicated, devoted type. Those are words for Venus sextile Saturn. So I love that part. So now I'm just kind of talking all over the place, but I'm going to bring you back to getting organized now with the power days. You can re-listen to the video to like write things down if you didn't already, but I have to be like spatial when I'm describing certain things. So I said November 25th, definite power day. Venus and Pluto came together day, so you were feeling it Thanksgiving Day and the day after. First quarter moon come December the 7th, so that's going to set off whatever you had going on, like for financial stuff, where your partnership money, your investments, stuff that you're making. You're going to see some activity 8th and 9th. Definitely. Why? Because the moon goes into Aries. Aries is an action sign moon, and then the moon's going to go into your sign, Taurus. Through the weekend, we've got Sun and Saturn coming together. Like I said, this deep plan. So that time, starting right from the 7th all the way through December 11th, big time for you. Okay, well, then it's in preface to the full moon, which is coming on the 13th, which is a Tuesday. You're going to feel it the 14th and the 15th, and really launching you into this whole kind of looking into what's going on in those areas of your life. Venus, your ruler, moves into Aquarius December the 7th. I think I did say that, so make sure that you have that jotted down. Very fun, very social. December 21st, everybody, the winter solstice, the sun goes into Capricorn. Capricorn is the 9th house for you, represents long distance travel. You may, and maybe you do this every year, because every year the moon, the sun obviously gets to this point. So this is a good time over winter break for you to travel. Perhaps you do. But it's definitely also a time. 9th house stuff is about, and Taurus likes, you know, to be on track with money and everything, and making more money. So perhaps you're going back to school to get some information that you need, a certificate or something to advance you in your career when you have the new moon in Aquarius at the end of January. So we're preparing for this new moon coming up in Capricorn. What do we have there already? Well, you've got Pluto there. Venus is, of course, leading the show, because Venus is at her wholeness right now. Your ruler is sitting pretty. We have been working on bringing something out to humanity that represents who we are, to showcase our talents and what we want to bring forward. And she is going to be at wholeness, high in the sky, January 13th. And she's going to be going through retrograde next year. That's big news. And in the sign of Aries, and we'll talk about that for you. But when your ruler goes retrograde, that's a sleeping kind of a time, you know, when your ruler is not direct, but it's a time when all the rest are getting bigger and more deep information about what we want. And let's see, so December 25th, I said we've got Venus really hot to trot, keeps on through December 26th. It's really a great time to be away, actually, for you, you know, to enjoy this time away. Where's Mars? Mars is in your career sector. Mars has been in Aquarius for, when did it go into Aquarius? Sorry, let me just get that for you. It went in there November the 7th. So December the 19th, Mars goes into Pisces. Same day that Mercury goes retrograde. So Mars has been up in your career zone, pushing you forward with all career type involvement and activity. When it goes into Pisces, that has to do with your networking, social skills, and involvement with your friends. Okay, this is where the action happens. Mars is the planet that allows us to take action on our own behalf. And going into Pisces will soften things a bit, and you'll be looking into new areas. So let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde every 3 times a year. It's important. We need information. We get great information during Mercury retrograde. I love Mercury retrograde. It brings us what we need to know. What's it not so good for? Well, if you haven't taken care of the maintenance in your home, your car, or other things that work, mechanical things will break down. You need to take care of them, which is okay. It's just like the 3 times a year maintenance kind of schedule to see what's got to be broken and fixed. Do your shopping for the holidays before December the 19th. You'll be happy you did, because Mercury rules all electronics and moving part type of things. Big ticket items, not so great to purchase at this time, unless you don't mind just taking them back. So Mercury gets into Capricorn, a bit serious, going in there tomorrow. It's in the last bit right now. It's in its shadow, 28 degrees of Sag. Just going to move into Capricorn tomorrow afternoon, getting us focused on where we're going long term. This is like more business kind of thinking. So Capricorn for you rules my 9th house. This is travel, things at a distance, foreigners. Maybe you're meeting more foreigners. The business that you're doing overseas, potentially, that's what's coming up. So it gets to the middle of this sign, 15 degrees, and it goes backwards, and it doesn't go direct until January the 8th. But this movement is getting you information in those sectors that you need. And the aha moment, when it meets up with the sun, it's closest to the earth. We get information that we need. We get kind of like this aha moment. That's what we like to call it in astrological terms. It's kind of funny, but it's come right before the new moon. So it's kind of interesting that we're getting some bits of information, and then this next new moon that's brewing in your 9th house. So things at a distance for you. All right, Taurus, I'm going to draw you a heart, and let's see. I want to find myself easily acting upon the promptings of my intuition and consciousness. So, you know what, that's just telling you to get involved more in that 9th house philosophical thinking, taking time for yourself to listen to your intuition. And that's what we do when we're in quiet respite and solitude. The solitude is where wisdom comes out. All right, so here's a couple oils to utilize to get into the Sagittarius spirit. Geranium is excellent, and so is cinnamon. Cinnamon is yummy. I mean, just if you're diffusing oils in the home, or warming to the body, it's soothing, it's uplifting. It's great for the nervous system, because we tend to get really stressed out kind of during the holidays. And here's some crystals that are great for Sagittarius. Sugilite, it's a newer crystal. It's purple. It's Jupiter related. It brings you back to center. Sagittarius tends to be scattered a bit, similar to Gemini energy. Also, amethyst is good for that. Moderation, balance, scattering of energies. Topaz, truth, seeking of knowledge, and smoky quartz. I have a gorgeous smoky quartz necklace. This is related to Sagittarius, protection of the hips, the liver, the areas that are important there. So reach out to me, kk@kkastrology.com, for your personal consultation. I can take you through a 10-point plan to take you in charge of your life and redirect yourself into massive success for 2017. But you have a fabulous December, Taurus, and thank you for watching, subscribing, and sharing, and leaving any comments. I love those.